going live. All right, so who am I again? And it might sound like Groundhog's Day to a lot of people. My name's Tammy. I'm AKA the Fearless Mama. I have the Fearless crew here with me. So anyone that you see on here that has GFF at the end of their name is part of GFF, okay? Get Fearless Freedom. I founded this in 2019. I relaunched in 2023 with the 500 level. We only had the 500 level when we relaunched this in 2023. And the cool part about Get Fearless Freedom is you can use it for any business opportunity. Okay. You can use it for any business opportunity. If you have another opportunity and you're just simply not making sales, it usually means there's three things. You just don't have a good offer. You don't have enough leads going to your capture page and to your presentation, your video, right? And then the follow-up system. There's usually always a problem. And like Kat and I were discussing, we're problem solvers, okay? So through the past 5 years, can anyone think of some problems that people have had? Can anyone on this Zoom here tonight? Can you think of a problem? Have you had a friend say, you know what? I am just not making enough money. You know, times are tough. Groceries are expensive. Eggs are expensive. All this kind of stuff, right? So I'm a problem solver. In fact, my husband and I, we were mortgage brokers and real estate investors for about 15 years when I was raising the kids. And people would come to us with their financial problems, and we'd be able to refinance their home, pull them out of foreclosure. My husband actually saved over 400 homes to foreclosure in Western New York. So I'm very, very familiar with people's crisis, financial crisis. Okay. Whether you believe it or not, there's three things in your life you're going to be going through. You're going to either be going in crisis, out of crisis, or you're currently dealing with a crisis. Okay. And so with Get Fearless Freedom, we have had explosion because people realize that I can solve their internet marketing problem, which is number one is how to generate a lead. And again, you can use this offer, you can use the sales system, and I'm going to show you guys how to do it and how I do it daily with 1 hour a day. So there's no excuses. So in fact, last year, I think I logged on my computer about an hour. I'd maybe be able to make it to a Monday Zoom. I might not have. Sometimes I had to cancel it. Why? Because my husband actually, I saved his life January 31st last year, had to rush him to the hospital. And it seemed like, wow, my life was just literally a flash in the bucket, flash in the pan, whatever that saying is. I was just like freaked out. Okay. My best friend, my husband, my father to the kids, all of a sudden I'm like, my life almost collapsed. So I don't know if any of that has ever happened to you. We've gone through a lot of things. We've gone through 15 foreclosures in our house. We've gone through losing our mortgage broker business after 9/11, but that was tough. And there was one thing that kept me going, this community. So I'm just telling people that when you plug into a community and you actually get people that teach you, it's a totally different ballgame. You can make money. Okay. It's just up to you to implement the knowledge I give you here tonight. Okay. Does that make sense? I'm hoping it does, because I really want to share this, my story with people so that they can say, wow, she's gone through a lot, but she hasn't quit. So that's the reason why I do these Zooms. We did one, what, last night? It went almost 2 hours, right? Kat, I think it was like almost 2 hour Zoom. But I want to make sure everybody gets their questions answered. So on the Elite Zoom that we had last night, which the Elite is top level, okay? And of course, on Monday night, you probably heard about that. I'm not doing the full presentation here tonight. Specifically, I'm talking about the 500 level here, okay? Because it's really the most popular level is the 500 level with the Craigslist auto reply software. So let me share my screen. Let me make sure that I'm on the right page.
Tammy, can I ask you something real quick?
Sure.
Maybe we can ask what I don't know what you think if then everybody who is a guest here who's new has already seen the 7-minute video, or if we should share that maybe real quick before you go into the back office or into
Sure.
I don't know, just an
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah, I can do that. It looks like we got quite a few new people on here, to be honest. So yeah, let me do this. Let me just, because I have it memorized, there's no reason to play the 7-minute video. So let's just do this. I have this, I should by now, right? I literally can say it in my sleep, I think, right? What is Get Fearless Freedom? So let me share that, because then we'll go into the Craigslist part Here's some of the testimonials. I always like to share this with people. I shared it with a few people on Facebook today and on Craigslist. But this is our main presentation. So if you haven't watched the 7-minute video, by the way, again, let's take a vote. Who has not watched the 7-minute video on here? This 7-minute video is literally from A to Z, explains the whole presentation. Can you just put it in the chat so I know who has not seen the 7-minute video? Who has not? And don't be shy. Don't be shy because that's what I used to be, was shy. So what is it, like the what is it, the early bird gets the worm, right? So, and pay attention on these Zooms, because once in a while I'll give out something, a freebie or something like that. And Valerie, don't worry, I still got your clicks from Monday being set up. So I just want people to understand that, hey, you know what? Like, I used to be really shy. I didn't want to be in the front of the classroom, but now here I am teaching. And who would have thought that, 1985 graduate is on here teaching and training. So you haven't seen it, Deja? Okay, no worries. And who invited you here? So what we do, this is the process. Oh, okay. So this is the process. You respond to an ad or a post, and then you go to the 7-minute video, and then you're going to get an email follow-up to get onto the Zoom. That's typically how it works, but that's okay. You're advanced and you're here on the Zoom. So let's just go ahead and do some understanding here before we go into that. This is my presentation. This is the back office, by the way. I can log into my own back office and send out an email blast to get people onto the Zoom. But here we go. What is Get Fearless Freedom? It is literally where you can work less and earn more. So for me, I wanted a system that could be for other offers. So in 2019, like I was saying before I recorded, was that I was affiliate for a lot of different companies, but the companies didn't have good capture pages. They didn't have capture pages that actually worked. So hence Get Fearless Freedom was born. And so I've used this opportunity, this system here for different opportunities. So you can, of course, resell it, but if you have a current business, you can certainly use this to 10 times the business. And you're thinking to yourself, well, how the heck do I do that? Because your sponsor's not sharing it with you. I'm just telling you. They're not telling you that you should be building a list that can help follow up with your prospects, okay? So what you can do with Get Fearless Freedom is you can resell our digital products. It's 100%. And you get a replicated site like this one that I just shared with you right here. You get a replicated site that explains it. So there's 4 levels. There's 4 levels. We're going to be talking specifically about the 500 level here tonight, the Craigslist auto reply software. And it's a one-time fee at the 200, 500, 1,000, or 2,000. So 4 levels. One time you pay that, $47 a month gives you everything that you see here tonight. So, and I'll share the back office. So again, you get unlimited resell rights. You can sell it for as long as you want, as you own it, and as long as you're paying the $47 a month. Now, if your account goes inactive, because I have someone on here that just asked me that, if your account goes inactive, you just have to pay a $147 reactivation fee. That's it. So let's say you have a crisis like some people do. See you later. Good luck on your college tonight. My son's going to his acting class. But yeah, basically, if you're coming back, you just have to pay the 147. And that's it. So you don't have to repay the whole 200, 500, whatever. Okay. Now, if you come in at the 200 level, okay, you're still going to get all your emails sent for you. Of course, just forget Fearless Freedom. I've had other people ask me, hey, can you send out emails and can you do emails for my opportunity? No, that would probably be about $10,000 a month. And that's just because I'm a highly paid copywriter, 7-figure earner copywriter. I've been doing this for 12 years, okay? So I'm only specifically sending emails out for people that are reselling GFF. Does that make sense to everybody tonight? That part of it, okay? Because this comes with every single level, okay? And you get a callback hotline for every single level too. So let's just say, is it Deja, I'm saying her name right? Or Michael or anyone on here, right? That's a guest. Let's say you have a question after the Zoom and you still, gosh, darn it, I forgot that question to ask her. Okay, let me call. You call back the hotline, right? And I make the phone call, then the sponsor, the person that referred you over here, pays me 20% for closing the sale. Guess what? They haven't had to do a thing. and you wouldn't have to do a thing except for bring people onto the Zoom or get people interested in your 7-minute videos. See how simple this is? Like literally people make it complicated online. I mean, I'm literally right here over on Craigslist putting up ads all the time. I can refresh all these ads. Everybody's like, wow, that's a lot of ads. Now, let me just preface by saying, and I'll get back into the levels here in a minute. I literally had to season this. So don't jump off the Zoom and then try to put a bunch of ads up and say, hey, I'm going to do this for my opportunity. There's a little loophole here that I'll share, okay? Because I know there's some people that kind of spy on me and I'm on my Facebook Live, things like that, okay? I'm just prefaced by saying, if you do a bunch of ads, like 5 to 6 at a time, guess what? Craigslist is going to what? Shut you down. So you got to be careful. So there's a way to do it. And again, there's training in the back office. Again, this is a free overview here tonight, just to kind of get your advertising and marketing juices going, right? To get the body flowing, right? Just like a person would do if you're jumping in the gym. Let's go, right? Rah, rah, right? So I'm just letting people know that literally this system I've used for all sorts of opportunities because it's generic in that regard. Okay. But in 2023, when I relaunched, and then, of course, I have a lot of long-term members on here tonight, but yeah, we can use this for anything. But I have specifically planted my flag to teach people how to resell it. Now, I had a guy, and I'm not sure if he's on here tonight. I'd have to look at all the names, but he asked me, can this be used for a solar panel business? Yes. Yes, you can. You can use it. Any business. My son and my husband uses it to flip their auction stuff. In fact, they just took, you want to know how many, hey, does anyone know? Maybe Julie knows because she talks to Rob a lot. They literally took pieces of art to the other auction company today. There's like 14 of them. I was like, man, you guys have really been accumulating that art. Okay. And on the Monday Zoom, we talk about the art. My husband took he knows art. And art's one of the pieces that people, when they have money, they put their money into art. I don't know why. They park their money into art. Some people park their money into crypto, Bitcoin, gold, silver, but some people do art. So anyway, my husband's found this niche and we talk about it in the 500 level. So anyway, it was crazy because I'm like, okay, so you got to go, run to this person because they just sold it on Craigslist, So it's so funny when people say, does Craigslist still work? Well, sure. You got Facebook Marketplace. That's a great place to resell stuff, physical product I'm talking, right? Facebook Marketplace. Anyone ever use it? Works really well. So I'm just sharing specifically tonight, though, how you can resell GFF, okay? So here we go. These are some of my inactive ads, and I can go ahead and I can pay for them. And guess what? How much does it cost me? How much does it cost me to make $500? And again, this is not a guarantee. It's not a guarantee. We don't talk daily pay on here or none of that nonsense because you can't state any income claims in the industry, in the biz op space. You cannot. You cannot state any income claims, okay? $5, Valerie's right. Let's do an ad for you tonight. By the end of the Zoom, you will have a couple Craigslist ads up, right? I mean, it's simple. And so how it ties together with GFF, because you're thinking, well, why do I need GFF? Because of the autoresponder. So the first package, the $200 packages for your basic capture pages, your bridge pages, and things like that. And I talk about that on the 7-minute video, okay? So that's the first thing. And then, so you can have the $200 right here. So if you want to bring up your referring member's website, it's right here. So you get the $200 one time right here if you want to join at that level. The most popular level right now is the $2,000 level because of the laptop and the full business in a box that you get, so you can see it right here. And we have it again on the 7-minute video. We talk about that. But going back to the tools that you can utilize these Zooms. They're not going to cost you anything per month to have a Zoom. You're not going to have to pay for the 800 number. You're not going to have to pay Fiverr or go somewhere else to have someone create your ads. It's literally all done for you. My son and I do it. So we give you high converting ads. This is one of the documents I have open over here. This is the Get Fearless Freedom bonus that you get when you first join GFF. So Karen got it right automatically. Like I can be anywhere. And I was at the doctor's with Bob this morning, and I can have people coming through and literally signing up, and I don't even have to be at my computer. So my programmer's programmed to where it gives the 7-figure blueprint that I have, and then it also gives the Craigslist ads. And I'm not going to scroll down because this is a live Zoom and it's not fair to my paid members because they paid for this information. But this is the document that they get on how to set up their Craigslist autoresponder in the back. Is this making sense to everybody tonight? So I literally have like this could be where, like I said, I was, in the mountains and, but if I have to make a call, which cats helps me when I can't make it. But if I have to make a call, that's really the only real extension of me having to stop with my day. Otherwise, I'm going about my day. And March was crazy because Amanda needed me a lot with Charlotte. So I just want to touch upon Craigslist is not the only ad place you can use for advertising, by the way. We have people on here from Canada. You can place Kijiji ads. You can go to Kijiji. It's a classified site. And you can place your Get Fearless Freedom business on there. So a lot of people that don't like social media, you can start thinking of the light bulb moments here tonight, right? You can start saying, oh my gosh, thank goodness I don't have to sit there and do all this Facebook engagement and I don't have to do, right? So you're probably thinking like, I can't wait to get off of the Zoom because I'm going to be placing ads. And that's exactly what I thought to myself when I saw this guy. His name was Mark Hoverson. I don't know if anyone remembers him. He was great. Mark Hoverson taught me, and oh, you got your laptop today? Yay, I just saw that popped up. Are you excited? Oh, where is it? Karen got her laptop. Look at everyone. She's just got her laptop in the mail. Oh, she's so excited. Look at that. Look at that big smile. Congratulations. So that's the thing is I'm putting ads up on Craigslist. Can you imagine if every single one of us right here tonight put up an ad about the laptop? And I'll show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. So the reason why I love these workshops and the reason why I love Wednesdays especially is because number one, more people have the time on a Wednesday night to be able to do some of the work, right? And it's, yeah, Mark Hoverson was amazing. I mean, he taught me literally these strategies, Karen, and he's like, when you unfortunately, he passed away from pancreatic cancer. It was so sad. But he was one of my big mentors. And he said, when you put up an ad, whether it's for the 200 level, 500 level, 1,000 level, and 2,000 level, it don't matter what level you're in at here with Get Fearless Freedom. The same principles, the same advertising will work for you. Okay. Does that make sense to everybody tonight? So, but at the 500 level, you'll get my actual training. Step by step, there's two Craigslist videos back there that you can listen to in order to put your ads up, okay? So some people don't know. It's just some people don't know how you structure ad, what's the wording of the ad, and all this kind of stuff, right? So some people don't know. But for me, good thing you got me because I send you the actual ads, right? Boom, when you join. Now, I do have to preface by saying that Mark Hoverson didn't have what we have now, which is AI, back in the day when us marketers first started out. So what you want to do is you want to spin your ads a little bit. Rob reminded me tonight to say this to everybody because you don't want your ads to look the same. Like let's say Corey puts up an ad in whatever state. We never say states on here. We keep it very, very, open or private here on the Zoom. But I'm just saying, let's say he puts up one. And it doesn't want to clash with Valerie. Valerie did say where she's at. So it's Tennessee, for example. So, and it's never going to get saturated. So don't think that in your head. It's never going to get saturated. If I had 5,000 students, doing it at once, which I have taught 5,000 people, but I'm saying, let's just say we had 5,000 people all of a sudden put up a Craigslist ad about Get Fearless Freedom. Now you're going to want to make sure you do different ads, right? Because otherwise it's just going to look, oh my gosh, they're all over the place. So it's just like Facebook. You want to change your Facebook, right? Your Facebook posts and things about Get Fearless Freedom. So to conclude though about this, Kat, you want to get because like I said, I'm trying to focus and it's already 5:26. I want to really get to the nitty gritty about how to use the Craigslist, but there's literally 4 levels. So have her watch the 7-minute video. I always tell people just, for refreshing. And honestly, it's quite entertaining. My son and I put this together. We went to Vegas. It was a lot of fun. We just got back and it was a lot of fun. We shot some more videos, but literally the questions that I get, well, can I start at any level? Absolutely. You're going to get a bunch of the training in the back office. It doesn't matter what level you start at. I think I closed off my back office. But these are some of the testimonials you can look at. I had my programmer rearrange it. It's not necessarily of, pecking order or anything like that. It's just the people that, show up to the Zooms and things like that. So I figured I would put those at the top. So Mary Beth, Kat, Valerie, and, so anyway, I'm just, going back into the meat and the potatoes here. So you can read on the site what you get if you need the PDF sent to you. We have this literally updated today, and these are the benefits of Get Fearless Freedom. You have a one-click setup. So like this, like when you join, there's other systems, and I made sure my programmer um, made it to the point where you cannot click off of that one payment page unless you've told us how you want to get paid, because that's the most important thing, right? If you're running a Craigslist ad, the last thing you want to do is to scramble. Hey, how's the person going to, send me the money? Cash App? I mean, I've gotten money, Cash App, gold coins, you name it. I've taken payment forms, Bitcoin. So you want to tell the system, how do you want to get set paid and into, with GFF. So it's right there. And then the benefits, of course, are, of course, the Zooms, right? You get to jump on with us. You get to work with us for $47 a month. A lot of times people tell me I've really, I work with my teams because I used to be in them, and it used to be frustrating when the company owner wouldn't show up. So you get the affiliate position to resell GFF. You get all the tools back there. You get the bridge pages. I mean, a lot of stuff. And I mentioned that in last February, we added on a paid email, and that's no extra cost now. It was going to cost $10 if you went to GoDaddy, $10 in addition. So everybody's looking at their bottom line every month now, right? And so we never charged GFF members any more money for that. And again, the 800 number where they'll be dialing me, right? If they have any questions, and if you get someone in your inbox or something, just say, hey, that's a great question. Can you please call Tammy? As long as they leave us a message, right, Kat? We have to preface by saying, today I had 2 hang-up calls. As long as they leave a message, I can get back to them. Now, if they don't leave a message, I'm not a mind reader, not yet anyway. And Valerie's smiling because she's like, she's almost there, but she's not quite a mind reader. So, so leave me a message. Otherwise, I won't know to call you back. All right. So again, this is all on the website that we have, but this is the package where you can use it for any other opportunity. You might, if you have another opportunity, you might want to purchase the 500 level, because the 500 level will also give you the 200 level. You don't have to pay both. It's not going to cost you $700. No, it's going to cost you 500. So it's like that for every level. If you join at the 1,000, you're going to get the 500, and then you're going to get the 200. If you join at the 2,000, of course, you're going to get all of them, right? So I just want people to know that the 2,000 has been just literally game changing for a lot of people. It's almost like, I call it the zip code changer. Think about it. If you make $2,000 for one time, there's a lot of people that work their tail off, and I know it, in the network marketing space for $2,000 a month. I've talked to them. They're like, Tammy, rescue me. And I'm just like, listen, I was rescued. I've tried the network marketing. I've tried the MLM space, and it is really tough. Number one, people think that you're going to build your business. I'm just being raw and truthful here tonight. That's one thing you'll get about me, is I'm very truthful. You're going to be working your tail off. You're going to be doing 3-ways. You're going to be doing 3-way chats. Nothing wrong with those. I actually am on 3 auto ships for network marketing products. I love them myself. But it's hard to make a solid 6-figure a year living with it. Okay. It takes a few years for most people if they really want to admit it. It takes them 3 to 4 to 5 years to be in the industry for a lot of people to know that that's what they're doing. And then they will finally make that 6 figures a year, unless they can jump in the beginning of that network marketing company. If they're in beginning of the launch, then it's a possibility that they'll make 6 figures that year. Okay. So anyway, so this is what we have at the 2,000 level, and it's really, really cool. So that's pretty much it. There's 200, 500, 1,000, and 2,000. And again, you can take a look at this. If you want the PDF, you can get that sent to you. Okay, so Craigslist. This is how we do Craigslist. This is how we set it up. So these are all my live ads. What happens is a person lands on this, they read it, and they're just like, oh, wow, I got to get back to this. my real estate's not selling, my whatever's not selling. I need to have another additional income stream. So they will click reply, and guess what? They get an automatic reply from Get Fearless Freedom. That's how it works. Kat's done it. Kat, you want to give your testimonial about why you love it?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's fully automated. You place your ad and you get these inquiries, and it gets automatically sent to them with the link. They can then go to the website with the 7-minute video and could even call you back or call the hotline, the 800 number back, and get their questions answered. So it's really pretty much done on autopilot.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. I mean, I additionally put my phone number in, but that's just my choice because I like talking to people. But yeah, that's not everybody's thing. So either way, if you don't like to talk to people, it's gonna go all on automation. That's
Yeah, that's the key right
fantastic.
there. I mean, and you like talking to people, so I mean, I tell people this all the time. The more interactive you are with people in this world nowadays, the better you'll be, because we're really getting into a society where people, me anyway, I'll be 58 in July. I'd rather still talk to a human, you know? I mean, that's just how I am. So that's why I added the callback hotline. And ever since I added the callback hotline and then I've done these Zooms. Ricky knows it. Ricky joined with Rob, and I mean, he wanted to talk to Rob. I mean, would he want to talk to a AI robot on Facebook? Not really. So I just feel like still we got to realize this. And I'm going to teach my granddaughter this. By the way, anyone guess how much she weighs today? She had a 2-month weigh-in. Anyone take a guess of how big Charlotte is? She was born 9 pounds 6 ounces. Anyone know what her 2-month weigh-in is? I couldn't believe it. Wow. Some good guesses there.
I was gonna say, don't they almost double in that time? Don't they double in like 3 months or so? Isn't that what it
Almost.
was? It's so long ago that my children were that.
She just texted our family chat. By the way, this is her right now. She's in her little, nip nap. I get to be with her tomorrow and the next day, so that's why I fit in all my work on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, by the way. I'm just kind of semi-retired now, but yeah. So anyway, she is, let's see, what is it? What'd she say? 14.9. That's good. Yeah, she's so cute. So good guesses, everyone. Amelia is the closest, I think. Good job. She must have kids. So, yeah, so I love to have things on automation because I'm very, very busy with my family. I choose to be, so that's when I found webinar systems like this and actual automation. I was like, man, this is great. I found it in my first magazine ad that I ever went to. I was like, man, if I can advertise a website, then I'm good. And the cool part about this is it's a recession-proof business. I mean, think about it. Who can say on a Wednesday night, hey, I can jump on a Zoom and not have to worry about bills? I haven't had to worry about bills for 12 years because I knew as long as I had a good converting system and a webinar to make money with, I'm good. So I just want people to know that this is a recession-proof business. It's recession-proof for the past 6 years for me. It's almost going on 6 years. So you have kids, so she can relate. And Bob, if you can somehow that got sent to me directly. So if you have any questions, just put it in the main chat, and actually Kat might have to start answering some towards the end here. So we're almost at 35 minutes. And like I said, I want people to understand that this is what you do once you join Get Fearless Freedom. So current members, anyone that's thinking about joining tonight, you're going to get literally a back office fully loaded, all the instructions in the back. We're doing this live because we are in a 90-day challenge, and May is literally the last 30 days. We'll probably come up with another challenge, but we got 30 days. This is the back office. We got 30 days to just literally show more and more people what we have here with Get Fearless Freedom. Okay. So to recap, again, you can join at any level. You'll pay $47 a month. I don't see your leads. You get to collect your own leads. Most systems out there and any of these launches out there, you're going to need a system like this because guess what? Those company owners take your leads. So let's just say you left that company. Let's just say you join one of those fast matrix programs or whatever, and I'm gonna get spillover and all this kind of stuff, right? Guess what? Company's gonna have your leads because what happens? If you start driving traffic to those capture pages and you build up that list, is it your list? Is it your company? Absolutely not. So that's the reason why I'm really encouraging you. Now, if you're thinking to yourself, man, this is a lot to learn. No, it's really not, because we have it all set up for you. All you do is you connect your autoresponder back here. Again, I'm not techie. I told my programmer, I says, please, please make this so simple for people so that no matter what, if someone comes in from XYZ company, that they can set up their page, right? So we go right here. We set up your page. We create your page. That's step one. Always remember, you're taking people to your page. You're building your list, not the company owners, because what happens if that company goes down? And how many network marketing companies have gone down in the past 12 months? Anyone got a guess? It's a lot. They're moving to an affiliate style platform. I know many, many people that got taken their residual income away because boom, they said, sorry, you got to change your comp plan. So it happens. It just happens, right? It just happens. I mean, the sooner that you learn to build your own list, the better off you're going to be. Mary Beth, I'm going to have you talk on that because you and I've had plenty of discussion on that before.
Oh, yeah, sure, Tammy. I'll be happy to.
Yeah. She and I have worked, I'm getting all these personal messages. If you guys can do me a favor though and put the actual question in the direct message, like to everybody, can you do that for me? But Mary Beth, if you and I, let's just say, because we've been through some rigmarole, right?
Yeah, we have indeed in
Prior
the
to
past. Yeah,
BFF.
we've gone through some, our share of not so pleasant experiences.
Yep. And if we would have just kept our leads in the back office of those companies, we wouldn't be here sitting here talking on the
We would have
Zoom.
been at a
So,
huge disadvantage and a huge loss. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, because we were generating quite a few leads and,
mhm.
signing a lot of people up, and
Yep.
that would have been all done in vain, unfortunately. We would have lost, any investment we had into our traffic, into those leads, into our list.
Mhm.
Yeah, we'd have been in a not so good place at all.
Yep. And so there's two autoresponders that we can use with Get Fearless Freedom, Aweber and Get Response. And right now I'm using Get Response. That's the two major autoresponders where you can collect your leads, okay? Now, you don't have to have tons and tons of leads. Ricky's actually building a huge list because he's ran 3 traffic orders with me since he's joined. So he's got a huge, huge list that I'm now sending emails to. But I'm saying that you don't have to just to share this. You don't have to have a list to share this. So I just want people to understand that. So think outside the box tonight. Think, hey, do I really want to work and be sucked into the what I call the Facebook, vortex? Or do I want to have another advertising platform? And that's the reason why we came up with the 500 level and the idea of the classifieds. And I think it's brilliant because, like I said, a lot of people get a lot of sales off of Craigslist. So Facebook Marketplace is more of a paid kind of like if you don't know if they're so BizOp friendly, but what I do, Bob, is I post in Facebook groups. There's about 600 that I could give you a list of if you want for your GFF business. Facebook groups, especially targeted Facebook groups like business opportunity seeker groups, like we talked last night on the elite training that you can literally bring people into my Facebook group and I'll close the sale for you. So, yeah. All right, so let's just do this. I have to update it, Kat, because there's a lot of these Facebook groups that have closed. So, where do we go from here? So, when you join GFF, this is what you're going to get. You're going to get the welcome email. You're going to get a replicated site like this. You don't have to worry about putting it together. The video is already converting, and you get your back office. And if you have a full setup from Rob, then obviously you don't have to worry about this part. But let's just say you're on the Zoom and you're in another opportunity, which I get a lot of people requests from that. You come in here and you set up your capture page. There's 3 clicks right here. 1, 2, 3. And I've already created my capture page. Now, did I have to do any HTML while I was on the Zoom with you guys right now? No. So you save it. That's the capture page. And then you would redirect it to wherever you want it to go. Like you would redirect it to you'd create a new campaign. So whatever your business opportunity is, you'd want to name it. So XYZ, like this. So let's just say you have a solar business. You can select your solar ad business page. You can put this up and you'd have a business. And then guess what? You can start advertising over here on Craigslist. You can go into the different niches. You can go into your city, Google the top 10 cities in the United States. Okay. This even does work worldwide, by the way. I haven't done it worldwide. Preface by saying that because everybody's like, "Oh, you told me this works in Spain." No, I didn't fly to Spain to see if it's going to work in Spain. So don't hold me to that. Okay, some people are so literal when I say works worldwide. I haven't flown there yet to test it out, but maybe soon. Okay, but I'm just saying. So if you're whatever city you want to go to, Valerie, maybe we'll take a trip to all of us fearless crew, and you can be the ringleader there, the camp director. You're so organized. All right. So with moving, right? I've moved so much in my life. I'm literally a minimalist. So you can go into a real estate section maybe if you want, right? And post your ads. It's possible. I have mine right here in the small business section. I found a way to earn 500 per sale. Reply for my 7-minute video. So it's pretty cool. It's literally just so simple. If you have 5 to 10 minutes, then you can post on Craigslist, Facebook too, for that matter. But yeah, and I got someone that's unmuted. Okay, it's just Demetrius. Thank you for jumping on, Demetrius. Welcome, welcome. So that's what you do is you'll have in your back office. So once you join tonight, or if you're already in Get Fearless Freedom, or you're coming back to Get Fearless Freedom, which I believe Demetrius is, you'll have your back office and everything updated. Your actual website, if you want to if you're coming back into GFF, you just want to listen to 7-minute video again, it'll just kind of refresh your memory. But going back here, this is where you're going to launch your campaign. Let's even call it a Craigslist, maybe. Craigslist funnel. I have a Craigslist funnel. I just got a new one made for me. Say goodbye to manual Craigslist replies and automate your profits. So I'm going to put them on one of my Craigslist, and I'm going to put it in a category for my Craigslist ads. Want to know why I do it like this more specifically? So I can see where the sale comes from. And I've taught this before because a lot of other systems don't tell you and show you where you actually made the sale. Because if you make a 500 sale over there on Craigslist, are you going to stop? Or are you going to do it again? You're going to do it again. Like Kat. She's like, I want to go do it again. She just made $500, right? So then you'd save the campaign and then you go to your list categories. So now you got your page over on Craigslist, right? And I can keep track of how many hits I'm getting. So you can see I've gotten over 1,500 right here. I got 2,600 and see my new one. It's right there. It has 0 page views. So when I put up a new ad, I can literally take this link and forward it to my domain name and then keep track of all my Craigslist sales. So here you go. This is my live ads right over here. It's really fun to be able to do it. So because this is a free workshop, obviously the training is in the back office of the 500 level. Very, very simple to do. I don't think I have to go through all that tonight because we're running out of time, but this is where you would go. There's 7 steps, literally 6, sorry. 7 is the one posting it, right? 7 steps to getting your ad live. So this is what you want to do. You want to read all the instructions before doing anything. So read it first before you do anything. And again, if you're going to have a new Craigslist account, which you will, because with GFF, it's going to be new. Okay. So this is going to give you your Craigslist account. So if you have an existing Craigslist account, get rid of it. Scratch it, do whatever, because if you have an existing Craigslist account, it will not work and integrate with my API. It won't talk to one another. So you have to create a GFF Craigslist account. Does that make sense to everybody tonight? Because that's another question we get into support a lot. So you have to follow these instructions in order to get your Craigslist account. And again, if Rob set you up, he's already done this part. He does a really, really amazing job with helping people get set up. I wouldn't be able to run GFF without Rob, by the way. I would not. I would not have this many members. It's just, he's amazing. And it's not just because he's my son. He's listened to me for 12 years. He knows direct response marketing. You know, he advertises himself. So I just want you guys to know, this is what I put in mine. This is my Craigslist auto response. Okay. So change it up If you're on here and you're taking some notes, by the way, I forgot to mention, you could take notes tonight, but change it up because you don't want to, once we start doing all these, like I said, implementation is the killer of all procrastination. So once you get off of the Zoom here tonight, put up a Craigslist ad. Just do one, and guess what? You're going to feel phenomenal. You're going to say, wow, I got an ad up. And guess what? You're never going to have to talk to people. You're never going to have to email them. I'm going to be doing that for you. Now, of course, if you want to be like Kat and more proactive and call them leads and tour guide them, she's been in other opportunities before, so she's, seasoned at that. But if you don't want to and you want me to close your sales, again, 500 a pop, right? Who wouldn't want that? So tour guide them is what the process is, okay? So this is what it would look like if I wanted to, let's say, change this a little bit. What could I do here? What could I do to connect them with me more? How could I get them to know who I am? Maybe put a Facebook link here if you want. I prefer not to. At this point, I'm not putting my cell phone in here. Do you notice that? I only put it in the recent ads because I'm testing it like what Kat did. I did put it in this one, Kat, my recent one here, and I've gotten a couple texts. But I really do want my Craigslist auto reply software to work for me, because especially if I'm with Charlotte, because you know what? She deserves that time with her grandma, So I just want people to know that I'm really putting up ads for automation. Anyone wants to stay on a little bit longer, I'll show you some more stuff, but feel free to jump off if you have to get going. I totally understand this is a lot to take in, but it's all back there. I promise, the Craigslist advertising. I'll show you some more stuff. Let me just find something that I brought up. My document here, you all have the document. I actually updated it. So if you can't find this document, I'll show you how to get it. I have a school group now. Pretty fun. We're all going to school again. Okay. So I have a school group over here that I just started this week. All right. Here it is. It says right now we're on a Blitz Zoom live. See, it even notifies everybody. So we just launched it this week. Rob did the images for us. So when you do join, if you haven't joined yet with Get Fearless Freedom, you're going to have one-stop shop now to find all the updates, daily updates, okay? So, and even if I make Mary Beth an admin or Kat an admin, Valerie admin, whoever wants to be an admin, we're just going to blow up this community. Because I feel like Facebook is okay, but it's really oversaturated with a lot of different things. So that's why I'm segueing most all of my people over onto school now. So we actually have a classroom right here. We have the getting started at the 200 module. I have the 500 level right here. And I literally, if I come up with more Craigslist ads, it'll be placed in here. Isn't that cool? So I have literally every single level literally built out in the school. And guess what? School don't cost you guys anything in addition. This one. As long as you're paying the $47 a month, you don't have to pay anything for the school platform. I pay it. Okay? I pay for it. So I pay for the servers of GFF. I pay for the 800 number of GFF. I pay for the school of GFF. All you got to do is just market GFF and make money. Is that a good deal or what? I think so. Man, can I switch spots? No, I'm kidding. Let's switch spots, Valerie. You can come and run it, and then, anyone have any questions? You saw the Craigslist ads, you saw the back office. That's the 500 level, and a bunch of questions are going back and forth, but I haven't looked at them. So let me go ahead and end the recording, and I'll go off of my Facebook here too. Let's see if I can do that. Multitask here.